Man, it really must be Christmas. 2 Joel requests in one day, and it's the Doors and Jimi Hendrix? That's pretty good. You can't beat that. Hi guys, welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am, and yes, we are back with the Jimi Hendrix Experience. It's been a while since we've done Jimi. I think the last thing we did literally was that Star Spangled Banner video. That was forever ago. Wow. We're gonna be listening to 2 tracks off of the Experience's second album, which is called Axis, Bold as Love. We're listening to If 6 Was 9, which is the last track on side 1, and Bold as Love, which is the last track on side 2. Joel, I swapped out like the video just because I didn't want to risk the video getting blocked because it was uploaded 2 months ago by like the official channel, so I didn't want to like risk it, even though it was just the video. All right, you never know. Okay, so yeah, if 6 was 9 and Bold as Love, so let's go. If y'all are not subscribed, please help a brother out. Click that icon right below my face. I'd really appreciate it. It takes like 2 seconds. It's absolutely free, and it really helps the channel out. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, here we go. If 6 Was 9 by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. 3, 2, 1, go. And thank you to our alpha patron Joel, as always.
Sing a song. If the sun refuses to shine, I don't mind.
1967.
I don't mind. If the mountains fill in the sea, let it be. It ain't me.
Mitchell on the drums. Nice.
Oh, I don't mind. Oh, I don't mind. If all the hippies cut off all their hair. Oh, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. White-collar conservative flashing down the street, pointing their plastic finger at me. They're hoping soon my kind will drop and die, but I'm gonna wave my Greek flag high.
Hey!
Hi! Wow!
Yeah, that bass is crazy. Apparently Graham Nash is on this, on backing vocals and foot stomping. Oh, that's a different track. Okay. Noel Redding. Wow. Jesus. This is crazy. Oh. This is crazy.
Fall mountains, just don't fall on me. Going on, Mr. Businessman. You can't dress like me.
Mitch! That was cool. And then if 6 was 9, it's like the infinity symbol, yin and yang.
I'm the one that's going to have to die when it's time for me to die.
Imagine if they
So
had
I did live my
DMT back in
life
the 60s and 70s. Oh my
the
god.
way I want to.
They would have been on some real shit.
Yeah. Sing on, brother. Play on, brother.
Wow. Frickin' LSD, man. It's that man-made shit. You need the real stuff. Oh my god. What the fuck am I listening to? Holy. Man. Y'all were tripping back then. I love it.
Anger, he smiles, towering and shining
Bold as love.
purple armor. Queen jealousy, envy waits behind him. Her fiery green gown sneers at the grassy ground. Blue are the life-giving waters taken for granted. They quietly understand. Once happy turquoise armies lay opposite ready, but wonder why the fight is on. But they're all bold as love. Yes, they're all bold as love. Yeah, they're all bold as love. Just ask the axis.
He is so.
It's
kind of like defies description, man.
Trophies of war and ribbons of euphoria. Orange is young,
Euphoria, huh?
tickling, but very unsteady for the first go round. My yellow in this case is not so mellow. In fact, I'm trying to say it's fighting like me. And all of these emotions of mine keep tolling me from giving my life to a rainbow like you. But I'm bold as love. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm bold as love.
What a voice he has, dude.
I'm bold as love. Just ask the axis. He knows everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like the guitar a lot more in this one. Oh, you can definitely tell Stevie Ray Vaughan looked up to this guy. He had his guitar, for God's sake. I tried to say gosh and God at the same time for some reason. I guess I got experienced. Huh. so ahead of their time, bro. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Sorry. I, I just had to let that sit in for a second. I still kind of have to. I'll give you my synopsis first. I don't think every section works, but the ones that do are just absolutely stratospheric. I mean, like, good God. I mean, like, and especially in the first one, as 6 was 9, like, they were definitely doing some, like, psychedelic, hard rock kind of stuff, you know? Like, I. I don't know if I hated it or absolutely loved the first track. You know, it's one of those ones. I'll probably have to listen to it a couple more times. I'm just being hyperbolic at that point. I'm not that I'd hate it, you know, or not if I liked it or not, basically, you know. It's a very out there song, you know. It's definitely playing with kind of like little concepts that were probably just starting to come into the consciousness because of Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole meeting at Monterey and how everybody just kind of went off from there and did their things, and the rest of the 60s happened and the 70s start, you know. And I know Jimmy obviously unfortunately didn't make it to 30, but what a freaking talent he was. Like, listen to that playing on both tracks, honestly, but it was more focused on the second one. That second one, wow, that was incredible. And that's 1967. Like, are you kidding me? Especially that ending section. I mean, that was like almost, it was blending the actual instruments with like almost, you know, with artificial elements. And that's, you know, in 67, you know what I'm saying? Like the Beatles and that's it. You know, like that's George Martin and whoever's producing this. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This came out December 1st, 1967, only 7 months after the release of Are You Experienced, which was their obviously very, very highly successful debut album on Reprise Records. So crazy, man. I'll always say that. I listened to Reprise Records bands growing up, so, you know, that, and they were from my era, so I think that's cool. It features Little Wing, which I've heard the cover of Little Wing. I've never actually listened to that, so I guess we'll have to do that. So apparently its album cover generated controversy for displaying Hindu religious iconography. It was designed without Hendrix's approval, and he publicly expressed his dissatisfaction. I thought that was a pretty cool album cover, especially listening to that music and like looking at that. You know, it just, you know, it makes you think of things that are, you know, different. But I guess if you were, you know, Hindu and you looked at that and listened to this, you'd be thinking of your stuff, I guess, not something different. You know, I think I've conquered a lot of the religions and a lot of the, you know, whatever you want to call it. I always call it the meta of most religions in the world, like even like down to like Taoism and Zoroastrianism and stuff like that. Hinduism's hard, dude, because they've got like fucking like 1,000 gods, bro. It's insane. It's sort of like how the Greeks were. You know, they had like a god for each city-state, basically, and that was like the protector of that city-state, you know. I think Hinduism was kind of like that, I think, with townships, and it's something like that. I could be totally wrong, but they've got like 1,000 gods, and the Vedas. Good. I tried to read some of this stuff because I find it fascinating, the stuff that's in there. If you ever got time, read that. Read the Vedas, the obviously the translated version, but like it's very, very interesting, especially if you're I don't even want to call it that. It's kind of a buzzword. Yeah, if you have an open mind, read them. It's very interesting, the things they have to say about our history and what really is going on, and the moon. Oh, the moon. The moon will never not be a controversy. Even 12,000 years ago, well, 34,000 years ago, whenever it showed up. There's literally there's some like tribe, not the Dogon tribe. They're the star people. There's some other tribe that has this like myth, not a myth. We'll call it a myth, whatever. It's like that the moon basically just appeared out of nowhere one day. Like they have like not historical record. I think it's oral, history passed down and stuff that they said that the moon just came out of nowhere one day and just popped up in our atmosphere. And it completely effed everything up for a minute, which is very interesting to me. Very, very interesting. I don't know how we got here. Sorry. Jimi Hendrix, though, I mean, he was so ahead of his time. It's kind of crazy, man. And of course, the ones that are ahead of their time are taken from us in a way that we just can't even fathom. Today we both, we did the Doors and we did Jimmy. And I didn't do that on accident. I at least let them share the stage together, on my little ass channel. But I thought that was great, Joel. Thank you so much. I honestly would have to pick the second track just because it was more focused. But I did like the first track a lot. I really did. So let's see who we got. Jimi Hendrix on vocals, electric guitar, piano, recorder, glockenspiel, harpsichord. That's all on different stuff. Mitch Mitchell on drums. Noel Redding on bass guitar, and then Gary Leeds was foot stamping on if 6 was 9, so that was that sound. I was wondering what that sound was. I heard it, and I'm like, that's not the drummer. What is that? It's foot stamping. Graham Nash did foot stamping on if 6 was 9. And the producer was Chas Chandler, and he also did foot stomping on that song as well. Definitely a trippy ass song. I've never really heard anything like that. Maybe some of Zappa's stuff kind of sounds like that when he tries to like really go out there, There's definitely some weird, atmospheric ambient stuff and like, messing with the channels and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. Especially I bet if you were tripping back in the day, I bet that absolutely effed your freaking mind up. I can't even imagine. But like I said, I wish I could bring some DMT back in. Am I allowed to say that? I guess we'll find out. I wish I could bring some dimethyltryptamine back to the people back then. That would really open their minds because what's his name? It wasn't Dr. Lee. What was it from Steely Dan? The guy who cooked the stuff and made it. I don't know. You guys will tell me. That guy, I'm just trying to use code word. That is artificial man-made stuff that, like it's just like religion. It's like looking through a keyhole. You see the real thing, but you got to look through a keyhole and you can only see a little piece of it. That's kind of what I think I would explain that one as compared to the other one. Because the other one, we were talking about it in the chat the other day. That one's the truth. And it's horrifying, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. But it's also the most freeing thing you'll ever do in your life. I don't care if I get demonetized. Maybe I'll encourage one person to do it. And I think everyone should do it once at least. Even if you don't do it one way, you can do it another way. Do it another way. If you're ready for it. I did it when I was like 15. So that's probably why I am the way I am. Just saying. I still feel it to this day, to be honest. The afterglow. It stays with you forever. I'm going to get out of here before I get really weird. Patreon. Hey! There's a picture of it. There's a link in the description. If you join the $15 tier up, you get one free request a month. Join any of the tiers, get access to all of our block videos and full album reactions. There's a lot of them on there. Beatles, King Crimson, all kinds of stuff. We'd love to have you on the Discord too. That's a patrons only thing. Perk, whatever you want to call it. And there's also a PayPal and Cash App in the description if you want to send a tip or request in that way. Thank you again, Joel. Have a good one. That was crazy.